We've got the hostages being released in the Middle East as Hamas has agreed to a ceasefire deal. I'm going to share several clips of the emotional reunions going on. And then I'm also going to share what Candace Owens has to say, sort of as a maybe countercultural thought about what this means for our political leaders, the victory lap that's going to be going on, why we should sort of be concerned about what comes next in the next phase. But have a listen to this.
After more than 2 years of suffering through brutal conditions, the Israeli hostages have finally come home. Overnight, the 20 remaining living hostages taken by Hamas in the October 7th attack were handed over to the Red Cross at 3 locations. The vans carrying hostages seen here leaving Gaza City and then crossing back into Israel. The IDF releasing these photos, the first images of the hostages back safely in Israeli custody. Brothers Gali and Ziv Berman, both taken by Hamas, held captive apart from one another, now reunited.
I mean, there are so many stories, regardless of the political conversation about, casualties, innocent lives lost on either side, regardless of that conversation. It is a good day when innocent people are reunited with their family. Point blank, period. I'm going to share several of those clips with you guys right now. I mean, imagine 2 years of either being abused or being separated from your family, not knowing if you're going to survive, all of the brutal terror you saw from that tragic day 2 years ago on October 7th. Then moments like this. This is a human moment that we need to remember, regardless of language, skin color, really anything. Unlike people that want to divide us based on cultural issues, we need to look at moments like this and realize it could be anybody, and that raw emotion of reuniting with your family is one to bask in. It's one to bask in. Now, I'm assuming hundreds of different videos here of hostages being released. Here's one getting to see his mom for the first time. It's truly a good day that this is happening. Now, there has been so much carnage that has come, so much senseless violence, not just from after 9/11, but from before that. I'll get to what Candace had to say in a second. Here's our last clip submitted by one of our Patreon members here of a couple that were separated for 2 years. And nice comment here said, when I saw her terror-stricken on the back of that Hamas motorcycle, I feared the worst. Her resilience in this reunion has refilled my fuel tank of hope. That's a beautiful way to put it, and I think we all need to have hope out there. So here they are. I'm going to turn the music down. And after several years of, I guess, just wondering, wishing, praying that the other was alive and, being away from your family under any circumstance would be brutal, let alone this. I mean, it was just a real nightmare that's coming to an end for some, maybe not for all. Here's what Candace Owens had to say.
Israel is going to partially withdraw its troops from Gaza, and Hamas is going to release the remaining hostages. And this is, of course, after everything that happened on October 7th. Don't forget about October 7th. And hundreds of thousands of Palestinians are missing. And they have destroyed 85% of Gaza. And they're going to try to tell us that we've reached peace. At the center of it was Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner. They arrived on Wednesday morning to represent the U.S. negotiators from Israel, and Hamas and the mediators from Qatar and Egypt and Turkey also participated. And we're supposed to go, wow, that's amazing. Trump put a statement out on Truth Social. He wrote, I'm very proud to announce that Israel and Hamas have both signed off on the first phase of our peace plan. This means that all the hostages will be released very soon, and Israel will withdraw their troops to an agreed upon line as the first steps towards a strong, durable, and everlasting peace that all parties will be treated fairly. I can't even finish it because it makes me sick that they think we're this dumb.
I'm impressed that Candace is speaking truth to power here with Trump. With her base and her large multi-million audience, she could just be a part of the echo chamber, which says, no, this is amazing. He did such a great job. Nobel Peace Prize X, Y, and Z. But she knows what a lot of people know, which is it's a business deal. It's a real estate deal. Trump has said he's going to turn Gaza into the Riviera. And it's like, at what cost? At what cost about all of the, thousands of lives that have been lost that are just going to be buried under rubble, never found. And it's all blown to smithereens. They're just going to bulldoze it and kind of create new. What does this mean moving forward? And we don't have the answers. So people have said, hey, Dave, just take the peace deal for what it is. And I think you can do multiple things. You can be happy that there's peace, but you can have a high level of skepticism that it's not going to be a money grab for Trump and his family, and whatever else comes with this sort of just real, like I said, bulldozing is the only way to put it. I mean, 85% of Gaza is flatlined. It is gone. What are they going to do with the people, right? They were feeding them from aid stations from the south, sort of drawing people away. Is this going to be land that's given back to the Palestinians? I mean, these are questions that are unanswered. And while I disagree with holding hostages and having that sort of using human life as leverage, without any leverage right now, what is going to happen? We don't know. We will see. We will see what's going to happen, but forgive me for being skeptical.
85% of Gaza has been destroyed in this pre-planned, controlled demolition of Gaza. Bibi Netanyahu is on camera explicitly before October 7th saying we need to hit them so hard that they can't come back. Jared Kushner is involved in, he will financially benefit from whatever they build in its place. Again, all of this began before October 7th, right? So we are supposed to believe that this isn't just, well, business as usual. We got done what we needed to get done, and now we can begin phase 2. But we're supposed to thank them. We're supposed to thank the monsters that did this. You guys have it in your heart to say thank you? Thank you to Jared Kushner and Donald Trump and Bibi Netanyahu, who are just business partners playing a role, convinced that we're all so stupid. I mean, let's roll the clip back from Jared Kushner when he sat down at Harvard, Mossad operation, to speak about their aims. This is February 15th, 2024. Take a listen.
There are real fears on the part of Arabs, and I'm sure you talk to a lot of them, who think once Gazans leave Gaza, Netanyahu's never going to let them back in.
Maybe, but I'm not sure there's much left of Gaza at this point. So,
and that's the same argument that Trump made, which is, why would they want to come back? It's devastating, and we're going to put them other places. And none of the surrounding countries want to deal with, having, tent cities full of people that are displaced. I mean, it's just a tragic situation. That's all it really comes down to, is a tragic situation. And we're living through it. And I think we need to deal with reality, which is to say, did the former administration do a great job at reaching peace? No. And that's one of the reasons why Kamala Harris still has a lot of protesters, because they didn't take a strong stance to fight for all of the innocent lives that were dealing with this. The vacuum, it didn't all start on October 7th, a very tragic day. That's not when it started. So this is a good day for Israel, and this is a good day for all of the families and people that knew all the hostages that are returned. This is a good day for that group, absolutely. And it's a good day if the ceasefire holds up. My question, though, is how are they going to start rebuilding without trying, doing an ethnic cleansing? And if that's what they're doing, what are we supposed to do? We're just like here watching it happen. I've never felt less hopeful about what's to come next. And my belief is what's to come next is that they're going to have a lot of money thrown into redeveloping the area, but not for the Palestinians. And, it's going to, it's exactly what they said out loud. They want to build a Riviera. They want to build this beautiful area. And the Palestinians never had that chance, right? They never had a chance. They never had full control over, their seaports and allowing goods to freely trade between them. And it's in any type of people that lives in what they considered was an open air prison are never going to truly flourish, regardless of where you are. And that's really what the argument's all about. And at the same token, I've realized that most people just don't want to have this conversation because it's a lot and you get called names for even trying to be honest about it. And it is what it is. And there's just a lot of people that are collateral damage now. But I hope I'm wrong. I've never hoped more that I'm wrong about so much that's going on with our country. Because if I'm right, then we're in for a tough a couple of years or longer as we erode away the Constitution and democracy and kind of move our way into authoritarian control. And I agree with Candace here. We're just supposed to thank Trump. We're supposed to genuflect and say, oh, praise be for all of the great work you're doing. And yeah, I mean, in some areas they save a couple lives and they do a couple of good things, which you have to credit, the peace deal if it holds. But on other ends, they strip USAID, which is going to literally kill thousands of people. They're boosting people's medical insurance premiums double the amount, where people aren't even going to afford health care. We already lose 60,000 people a year to preventative illness. So many issues are going on right now that, forgive me for not wanting to give a victory lap for this, when I believe this will be used as propaganda to be like, hey, see, we're doing great things, as we continue to get robbed blind. That's how I feel. Hope I'm wrong. We'll be back in the morning. We're here twice a day, every day. We'll see you then. I'm Dave, and this is The Rush.